when did we set our horses?
In a mart.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why then I care not for thee?
If I had thee in lips very pinfold, I'd make thee care for me.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
Knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, free-suited, 100-pound, filthy, worsted-stocking knave, a little-livered action-taking knave, a horse and glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, one trunk-inheriting slave, one that would be a bawd in way of good service, and of nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and son and heir of a mongrel bitch. One that I will beat into clamorous whining if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
Oh, what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee.
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days ago since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue, for thou would be night, yet the moon shines. I'll make a sop of the moonshine of you. Draw, you horse and culling the monger, draw!
Away. I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw, you rascal, you come with letters against the king, and take vanity the puppet's part against the royalty of her father. Draw, you rogue, or I'll so carve out of your shanks. Draw, you rascal, come on!
Help! Help!
Strike, you slave! Stand up, stand up!
What's the matter?
With you, goodman boy, as you please. Come out, fleshy, come on, your master.
Weapons armed, what's the matter here?
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
Messages from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak!
I'm scarce in breath, my lord.
No marvel. You have so bestirred your valor. You cowardly rascal. Nature disclaims in thee a tailor made thee.
Thou art a strange fellow. A tailor make a man.
Sir, a tailor. A stone cutter or a painter could not have made him so ill if he'd been but 2 hours at the trade.
Speak yet! How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I have spared at suit of his grey beard.
Thou horse and zen, thou unnecessary letter. My lord, if you will give me leave, I will tread this unbolted villain to mortar and dot the walls of jakes with him. Spare my grey beard, you wagtail!
Peace, Sirrah! You beastly knave! Know you no reverence?
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. Such smiling rogues as these, like rats, I'll bite the holy cords in twain that are too entrenched to unloose. Smooth every passion that in the nature of their lords rebels. Bring oil to fire, snow to their colder moods. Renege, affirm, and turn their halcyon beaks with every gale and vary of their masters. Knowing not, like dogs, but following. A plague upon your epileptic visage! Smell you my speeches as I were a fool? Goose, if I had you on Sarum Plain, I'd drive you cackling home to Camelot.
Why? Art thou mad, old fellow?
How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I am such a knave.
Why dost thou call him a knave? What's his offense?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine, nor his, nor hers.
'Tis my occupation to be blamed. I have seen better faces in my time, and stands on any shoulder I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the garb quite from his nature. He cannot flatter, he. An honest mind and plain, he must speak truth, and they will take it. So, if not, he's plain. These kind of knaves I know, which in this plainness harbor more craft and more corrupter ends than 20 silly ducking observants that stretch their duties nicely.
Sir, in good sooth, in sincere verity, under the allowance of your great aspect, whose influence, like a wreath of radiant fire and flickering Phoebus' front.
What mean'st by this?
To go out of my dialect, which you discommend so much. I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiled you in a plain accent is a plain knave, which for my part I will not be, though I should win your displeasure to entreat me to it.
What was the offence you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike at me upon his misconstruction, when he, conjunct and flattering his disposition, tripped me behind, being down, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man that worthied him, got praises of the king, for him attempting who was self-subdued, and in the fleshment of his dread exploit, drew on me, here again.
None of these rogues and cowards, but Ajax is that fool.
Fetch forth the stocks! You stubborn ancient knave, you reverend braggart, will teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respect, show too bold malice against the grace and person of my master, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks! As I have life and honor, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord, and all night too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow with the selfsame color our sister speaks of. Come! Bring away the stocks!
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king, his master, will check him for it. Your purpose, correction, is such as bases and contemnous wretches. For pilferings and most common trespasses are punished with. The king must take it ill, and he so slightly valued in his messenger should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it much worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted, for following her affairs. Put in his legs. Come, my good lord, away.
I'm sorry for the bread. It is the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray do not, sir. I have watched and traveled hard. Sometime I'll sleep out. The rest, I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. Give you good morrow.
The Duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Good king, that must approve the common saw. Thou, out of heaven's benediction, comest to the warm sun. Approach thou, beacon, to this underglobe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. Nothing almost sees miracles but misery. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscure course, and shall find time in this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. All weary and all watched. Take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place that guard. Most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whiles I may escape, I will preserve myself, and it be thought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to beast.
my face how grime with filth. Blanket my loins, elf all my hair in knots, and with presented nakedness have faced the winds and persecutions of the sky. This country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified bare arms pins, wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary. And with this horrible object, from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepcotes and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity.
Poor Turley God! Poor Tom!
That's something yet.